And we are back, traveling through a civilian sector. Last time we picked up a second burst laser 2, have superior firepower, little in the way of defense, does not look like we will be able to afford cloaking. So I guess our strategy is jump in, suppress them immediately, and hopefully knock them out before they do us any damage. Let's get a move on. Alright, I want to jump through this nebula over here as much as possible. So we'll skirt down here, jump in, gut it out, float through. This is the only way to the exit, is through the nebula. Maybe we'll come up here and bounce around a bit first. No, because... Ooh. Okay, we can cut across there, but... Let's see what happens. See how fast the rebel fleet moves in on us. You see a civilian space station with heavy damage. You receive a message. We've been hit hard by the war. We need more drone parts to speed up our repairs. We'll buy some from you if you have extra. Why, certainly. I have no intention of using drones this game. It costs too much to set up those systems and then buy the drones. Sell all the parts because I will not use them. And that's that. Jumping away. This still looks to be safe, so I'll hit this one before I cut over. Your jump leads you to nothing but empty space. This jumping can serve no other purpose than as a connection. Very well, empty galaxy. Ooh, distress call. Ooh, but it's my last chance to get down there to the bottom of the nebula. It's only one nebula point, and then I can cut through and grab the rest of that. Go for the guaranteed rewards. You find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them, asking what's wrong. Help! We're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. Send the crew to help. Giant alien spiders are no joke. Your crew boards the station, cautiously moving between corridors. Suddenly, a man-sized arachnid burst from a vent in the ceiling, followed by countless more. You fight your way back to the airlock and are forced to leave behind before accounting for all crew members. Not everybody made it back. Poor Schultz. He was my pilot, wasn't he? I've lost my pilot. Okay, who's least important? Weapons. You're the new pilot. Don't mess with alien spiders. Save current positions. Already down a crew member. That is not looking good. Jump over here. Store other distress beacon into the nebula to slow them down. Gonna have to hire some more crew members at that store. Don't have much money. You detect two ships, one chasing the other. Scanner shows the pursuer is a pirate. Aid the civilian ship. Okay. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. It's got a heavy laser and a small laser, so he will drop my shields if I give him the chance. So I will focus all weaponry onto their weapons. Let's see how this works. Right before they'll fire, I'll shut down my O2 and power up my engine to full, give myself maximum dodge, and switch it back to oxygen. Here we go. And I dodge. Power on the O2. That shut them down. Take out their engines next. Their shield is nothing against us. That was a lot of firepower. End them. I don't like that frame rate drop, but there's a drop. I could sell that. Plenty of scrap. Got some fuel. I am running low. More missiles. Contact the civilian ship. Yes, we repaired that hull damage we took from the asteroid field last episode. We're looking good. I like that firepower. Now let's go get us some more crew members. Ship engineer set up a small shop here. I see weapons. I see crew. We want that faster repair rate. I don't think I'm going to get cloaking this game. That's going to set me behind a bit, but I just can't get the money up. Beam weapons. Sell the drone, it's useless to us. Still can't afford the beam weapons, but probably for the best. Got a lot of firepower already. Should I buy fuel? Just a little bit. That should keep it going. Maya, you're on weapons. If we don't have defenses, we want to be able to fire quickly. So that's what we're doing. Distress beacon up there, but it's a dead end and I don't want to have to backtrack through them. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markets partly crushed between two large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. Try to dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks. You fire a few volleys into the rocks and it starts to shudder and break apart. Without shields, the pirate ship takes a beating but eventually pulls free. They thank you for your assistance. A missile, another drone part, and 22 scrap. Not a bad, not a bad. Should I look at upgrading? Not quite yet. I think we're still good for now. Although I think when I move on to the next ship, the next sector, I'll want another layer of shields. Jumping into this nebula should slow them down. Hopefully we can hit both of these as well. See if we wasted too much time. Ooh, ion storm. Advanced rebel ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it is impossible to tell what is inside. We'll attack the ship to get to the station. Not an ion storm, thankfully. We are working on low power. They have a beam drone. I think that's a beam drone. And a beam weapon. The shield will completely nullify all their attacks. So, first thing we should take down is their dodging capability. Now let's fire at their engines and their shields. We got two weapons. All their defenses are now crippled. I'm definitely sure I did not make a mistake buying the second laser. That is a vicious volley. Ooh, that is a nice amount of scrap. And just missiles and more scrap. I was hoping for a map, but that'll do. Yep, looks like I can get in here and maybe to that one. That might be cutting it. But if not, I can jump from there to there and out. I'll have enough time to make it out of the system, though. Deal with that when it comes. They be slow in the nebula. It's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal. Trade 3 missiles to 2 drones. Drones have no value to me. That missile I have could put down a particularly annoying shield, or weapon system, or something dangerous that I need to turn off immediately. I keep my missiles. Yep, I do get to that other node. Just barely. So, you feel naked without functioning sensors. You half expect a rebel ship to appear from behind a cloud at any moment, but none come. Empty node. Keep on moving and get out of here. Oh, You arrive in the middle of a plasma storm. Despite the harsh conditions, a rebel scout seems to be waiting for you. Okay. This is not good. I have one layer of shields and one laser. No oxygen, no engines. That's a 2-shot laser, I believe. Gotta do what I gotta do. Shut down his weapons. This is gonna be rough. Working against time with that oxygen fading out. He's gonna fire faster than I do. Alright, his weapons are offline. Take his shields. Power off my shields. Turn on my engine and my O2. I must have lit a fire. His weapons have blown up. His shields are offline. Take his engines next. They appear to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Won't be escaping without engines. Considerably more well-armed than I would have thought. We surrender. For fuel. Considering we're getting a bit low, I'm going to accept that offer for that generous amount of fuel. We will take your fuel. Get our oxygen back up to full. See where they hit me, make sure there's no fire in there, which there is. Put that out. Turn on their med bay to heal them up afterwards. Alright, it didn't spread. Go to med bay. Return to your posts. Turn on engine, turn off weapon to turn on the shield, get that charged up. And let's jump away. One more bit of nebula to slow them down. We're out of the plasma storm. You cross paths with an advanced scout of the rebel fleet, searching this sector of the nebula for your ship. Alright, let's power up our lasers. And ion and a heavy laser. If they fire at once, they'll shut me down, so aim for their weapons and their engine. That's interesting. Okay, their laser took down my shield and they ioned my engine. That was the least useful capability for them. But they are dead now. 29 scrap, looking good. I'm gonna jump away to a store of all things. And just shy of getting cloaking. There is only one other ship at this beacon and is showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We are crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. I don't like the repair arm. Repairs your hull every time you collect scrap, but reduces scrap collected by 15%. That actually might be worth it, but ooh, heavy laser Mark II. It's 2 shots in quick succession, each dealing 2 damage. That would give us a lot of laser firepower. But the small bomb has always served me well in the past. Teleports right past shields and everything. and it has the benefit of doing crew damage. Although it does no hull damage, so it is simply... it's a utility weapon. And I'm gonna pick it up because I like it. It will replace my missile. And I will walk away from the heavy laser. Or should I? I'm gonna pick this one up. Just because that is a lot of firepower to be pumping out at once. And what other weapon would I need? What other weapon could I want? Maybe a rapid ion weapon, but I'm not gonna see that, and those are tricky to use. I have the small bomb for instances. Another missile weapon would be bad because it would drain me rapidly. The fire beam. No, I think I'm picking up the heavy laser Mark II. And that will be my weapon load for the rest of the game. Not a bad setup. Although I did just... oh look, another store. Well, I'm out of money. I need to get upgrading soon. Ooh, sell missiles for scrap. I don't like that sell rate, and I'm going to need my missiles. Ignore the station. To our exit beacon, so we can get the hell out of here. You arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You come across an asteroid mining colony. They message you immediately saying, "Greetings. Our supplies of mining explosives have run out ever since the rebels blockaded the system. Do you have any extra explosives? Give them the requested 5 missiles. See what they give me." Ooh, they thank you and offer to have their engineers try to upgrade your reactor. Free reactor upgrade. That lets me power up my engines fully. On to the next sector. Pirate controlled or the Mantis homeworlds? I think I'm going to have less trouble against the Mantis than I am in the pirates. They're likely to have missiles. Mantis tend to attack with hopping on board, with light, fast attacks, so my firepower is very well suited to fight them. To the Mantis homeworlds, and we'll continue this. You've entered a poorly charted area of space that's known to be home to the Mantis. Ensure your hull plating is up to scratch and that you have enough fuel in the tank to make it through. Which I do not, but I will handle that next episode.